Hey folks, it's your Colonel here with HellBrokeLoose.com.
Hell broke loose!
First and foremost, it's finally here.
Going into this night, where do we stand?
This is where we stood coming into the night, 268 to 204, so clearly an advantage for Secretary Clinton.
Take a look here. If Donald Trump wins tonight, no matter who they voted for, take a look at these numbers here. 21% say they'll be concerned. 37% say they'll be scared.
This is what both candidates want. They want to be living there starting January 20th of next year. Florida has been going back and forth, just changed again. It's only 11,000 vote lead just now. It changed.
Math on your feet. I like this.
The Empire State Building in New York City. Take a look at our running tally of the electoral vote. Anderson, this night is turning out to be a real nail-biter.
All along, the Trump campaign has been saying that Florida's a must-win for them. And I mean,
they can't win without it.
Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida.
You know, I'm guessing that the people in Brooklyn, I can see their fingers
That's
probably.
the Hillary Clinton headquarters.
Yeah, fingers probably bleeding because there's no more nail to bite.
I wouldn't call anything encouraging for Hillary Clinton at the moment, to be honest with you, my friend.
Wolf, the scene here is so different than it was a few hours ago when people were happy and relaxed. I have been looking around the room at people who are stone-faced. Some of them have been crying.
This was a white lash against a changing country. It was a white lash against a black president.
This is the people rising up saying it's time to listen to us. It's time to listen to us in Michigan and Wisconsin and work for the people.
Hillary Clinton has called Donald Trump to concede the race.
Hey, I know it's been a couple of days. I shoot like little videos to say, hey guys, my two fans, I miss you. But then I'm like, God, jeez, I look like shit, so I don't put them up. But it's okay. It's okay. I haven't forgotten. What is this? What is that? So it's been quite a busy few days, politically speaking, and also in my own personal work. Been working my butt off and making that shmoney. Making that shmoney.
Cause that's what I do.
That's what I do. I like making money just like that right there. Give me your damn money.
Give me your money.
I'm just playing. I don't want your money. Don't want your filthy freaking money. So yeah, there's been a lot going on with politics. With the Joe Biden and the Mike Pence and the Fly and a little bit of Kamala. Who cares about Kamala? Oh yeah, because she's going to be the next president if Biden wins. That's right. Yes, that one thing. So I watched both debates. I think I already commentated on one. I don't know if I ever published that video or not either. But I did do one on the debate, I thought. The first debate, the presidential debate. And then the debate with Joe Biden and Kamala. That's already all over the freaking web, so you can find out about it there. My opinion is pretty much consistent with everyone outside of, I think Trump won like a meth. And I think Pence won like a meth. And Pence put Trump to shame, really. And Pence put everyone to shame because Pence is just the pimp. Pence is a pimp. But, and then the fly was fucking awesome. All of it was just wonderful. It was just wonderful to see. And I thoroughly enjoyed all of it. I was very pleased. I'm very excited about the election. Again, I'm a politico, so, it's more like a sport to me because I don't do sports. I'm not an idiot. I'm just playing sports, guys, but I'm not. But I am.
But I'm not.
But hey, we all like what we like, right? I like watching the country go and do its thing. Or burn like a moth.
Burn, motherfucker, burn!
And sometimes it does burn a little bit. And that's just part of the game. That's just part of why we're in it. We're in it, though, to win it, though. We in it to win it, ho. That's right. We are. That's how we got in this game. We got in this rap game.
Are you on with you? How do you feel? Laugh real. Are you on with you? How do you feel? Laugh real.
Anyway, so I have definitely been paying attention to all the polls. I'm not really a pollster. But just obviously you can't go anywhere without seeing the polls, because just like in 2016, they don't really have anything to say other than to look at the polls. Look at the polls. Look at the polls. Because there's no like things to talk about. They refuse to talk about conservative agendas with anything other than disdain and contempt from on high. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, because I see it and I read some of it and I just have a memory. You know, I'm old enough to remember. I'm old enough to remember 2016. Damn it. So I remember all this happening before. And I was as shocked as everyone last time. This time I will not be shocked. I'll be shocked if he loses at this point. And not shocked into some sort of like catatonic despair. I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna smoke and drink. I have a winning bottle and I have a losing bottle. Both of them will get me drunk on election night. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But yeah, it's reminding me a lot of it. And I know you see all the pundits now are talking about, well, these major differences in the polls, major differences. Well, and that's fine. They were saying all that same stuff in 2015 and 2016 with all the polls, and they was wrong. But the ones that was right, that predicted Trump, they was right. So I don't fucking care about that. I really just go by the feeling of it. I mean, I get out of the city all the time, and America is just where it's at, and I don't really see it changing, man. I drove to 2 jobs this weekend, and both jobs I went to, I mean, I was just driving like past American flags and Trump signs. It's like you get downtown into Louisville and stuff, you'll see like some Biden-Harris people. You see some of that. Lots of Black Lives Matter. Lots of graffiti. Lots of boarded up windows. And construction work all the time. And cops and police. And just like a hellhole. Beautiful though. Beautiful hellhole. But yeah, out anywhere. I mean, we've been to Nashville, Georgia. We've been north and south and east and west of Louisville and 30 to 50 miles. And it's just fucking Trump country, man. Just like it was. So I don't really see... I'll tell you what I do see. This is an interesting thing to see right here. This little graph right here that shows... Where's that? There you are. Who will win the president? No, this is the predicted trade, the betting markets for the elections, and they're used on a lot of these pundits as pretty much up there with the polls, because it really just people put their money where they really believe, even more than with polls. So this is one that you can see, and I'll throw it up here where you can actually see it. Hold on. You can see the one that I'm looking at. Get down to it. Where is it? Where is it, dadgummit? I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it!
I'm looking for it.
I can't find it. I can't find it.
I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find it.
I can't find it.
I can't find it. I can't find it. Where is it? Where did it go?
Okay, I found it. So there you see who will win the presidency. And this is looking back at, this is just comparing a side by side, glance by glance of Hillary and Biden from the 2016 and 2020 arc, and also Donald Trump. And here you see these exact same months. And notice the pattern there. Look at how those graphs are. I mean, they are eerily. All right, hey folks, sorry. I know my camera just went off. My camera went off. Had to change my camera out with a stupid webcam. Not that it was a good camera. The other one, it was a bit on the USB power and ran out of a little bit of juice. But anyway, here you can see these two different trajectories here going very eerily similar to each other. And these are the betting markets, 2016, 2020. The top two lines you see are Biden and Hillary, side by side. And then the two red lines, one is Trump 2016 and one is Trump 2020. And you can see that they are following virtually the same paths, the same exact freaking paths. And that they are actually closer together in trading value than Hillary and Trump were in 2016. So there's actually less dividing them. And then you, of course, you see there at the very end, if they continue along these courses, November 3rd, it just swings wildly to the opposite side, and Trump has victory yet again. Now, I'm not saying, obviously, that this will continue following the exact same trajectory, but I'm telling you guys, like, the way that, I mean, Trump, the politicians do their own polls, through their own campaigns all the time. And where they put their money, that's where you can really see where they are in terms of what their thinking is. And seeing how Trump has reduced a lot of his campaign advertising in some of those key swing states that the polls keep saying, and everybody's freaking out about, you know, how Biden has these crazy. It's exactly what they said in 2016. And you can tell by the fact that he's pulling out his funding. Trump is pulling out funding in these areas. That must show that they have a lot of confidence, and they're focusing their strategy and their finances in key states according to their polling. Again, whatever they're doing, these graphs. Well, you're looking at one. You don't need that one. I hit my camera there. Yes, I did. I did, sir. So, I mean, that's one. Then you got another one here. Let's see what this is. I got a couple of them. This is NatWest. This is broader analytics. And you can see here, these are the Real Clear Politics polling averages for Trump versus Biden. There. But look at what you see here. Look again at the arcs that they're going through here. Now you can see it was a lot more swinging back and forth in the blue in 2016. But look again, just kind of look at the way that those almost fit into each other. You can see a very clear pattern there emerging between Trump 2016 and Trump 2020. And then let's scroll down here and compare like we did on the other one, Clinton and Biden. So in this one, Clinton is the blue and Biden is the red. And again, look at how eerily similar, especially coming from June. I guess this is, I don't know if that's July. Yeah. July is, yeah. So from July until now. Look at how there's this pattern. Now it's condensed with Biden. But it's look how eerily freaking similar that is. Leading up into November. So, I mean, on any of the comparisons, and I don't understand why they keep saying, you know, oh, you don't look at the comparative data, or don't look at the, you know, the polls are different in 2020 than they were in 2016. They misread in certain key areas, and there's this element of truth to that, in that Trump overperformed by all accounts. That was not expected. There we go. And so that, you know, the polls got that wrong. But that's not the only thing that they got wrong. They also got the candidate wrong, period, across the board. So the winner, they chose the wrong winner. Hillary was up by 80-something, 90-something%. I mean, they were just basically, it was guaranteed. Just sit at home, don't do crap. And there was a lot of flack that the Democratic Party got for that from their own constituency, because it was like, people they made it seem such a surefire win that people didn't get out to vote, because it was just like it was 95% Biden's going to win. Okay, well, I don't need to get through the trouble of getting the bus and all that stuff, or mailing out my ballot or calling it in. I mean, people are freaking lazy and incompetent. So it's like there's a lot of people that just they're not even going to bother one way or the other. And I don't think the juice is there. They make it seem like, I mean, all the extremists will come out, of course. They'll go vote. All the BLM marchers, not even all of them actually. And all of the little lefty trolls and antifas and all the political pundits and politicos, I'll get out and vote. Most of the liberal moderates that are concerned about the country will get out and vote. And conservatives are going to get out and vote because that's what they do. And I think that the Trump base is equally motivated, if not more, than they were last time around. And I think the Democrats and the liberals are not, at this point, they are not as energized as they were in 2016. I'm not saying they're zero energy. They're not low energy. But in comparison, they're relatively low. I mean, it was rabid for Hillary Clinton. Rabid for and against. And I think, Kamala is just kind of playing right into that Hillary sort of like the reason, you can despise her for everything and they can say, oh, because she's a woman and she's black. But it's just like, no, she's just an unlikable person, period. You can sugarcoat it and play any kind of cards you want to play to like try to make somebody look like a racist or a Nazi or whatever your stupid thing is. But like, she is a despicable freaking person and we all know it. Everyone knows it. She is like the opposite of what Antifa wants. She's the opposite of what BLM wants. She's the opposite of what most liberals want. Most moderate conservative liberals want. Like, she is law and order in that old school, scary Democrat plantation way of law and order. I mean, you look at the list, Google the list of the people, the black men, the families that she separated as super predators under Biden era laws. Just look at all the people all the black families that she split down the middle. And then just look at her career, how she got to where she is. You talk about, Clinton-esque for sure. So, I mean, there's some ugly stuff. I'm not going to go into all that here. I might at some point, but, I'm not trying. This isn't to be ugly. And Biden, Biden's not an unlikable person per se outside of that. He represents the old school white supremacist Democrat plantation. He's just old Big Daddy. And Kamala is just, what she is. She's up there just she'll enforce whatever. And then when it gets to, if he dies and gets out of the way, she will cater to whoever gives her power over law and order. And that is not going to be to defund the police, I assure you. Look at her history. So, yeah, I think these are all basically the graphs we're looking at. I mean, just comparing them all together, it's kind of hard at this point. I know they're really trying to spin it the other way, and they're trying to make it seem like it is just like totally different this time, and Trump is down and Biden is up, but it seems to me that Trump is up, man. And any of you out there that like actually were paying attention, I'm not talking about what Facebook is telling you and the CNNs
and the Fox Newses.
I'm talking about just if you're a smart person and you care about politics and you've actually watched any of this last year and you were into this and you were watching the elections and you were watching the polls and you were concerned about who was going to win or lose in 2016, then you are seeing exactly the same thing. And we just looked at graphs and polls comparisons between 2016 and 2020, including the betting market, which is the most stable. I mean, that's the best way to look and see. I mean, those are all falling almost in parallel with each other. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then nobody's talking about it. Nobody's acting like that's actually happening. Why not? I mean, look at them. The top two blue are Hillary 2000. The light blue is Hillary 2016. The dark blue is Biden 2020, up to the current place and time. And then the red, the bottom red, the light red is Trump 2016, and the dark red is Trump 2020. There is less separating them this time than there were last time, and they are on the exact same trajectories. And this is what really determines who wins. And they knew that. They were all talking to the last time, we're not going to do the exact same thing, and yet they did. They have done the exact same things, including all of the fake news, all of the clear political sabotage, the clear bias on everything. Not even just opinion politics anymore, but on everything. There's no integrity left. Anyone that quotes the news, CNN, or MSNBC for a story as fact-checked, you are a moron. And I spit on your belief system because it's completely irrelevant. Because you're not getting any facts from anything that matters at all. You are literally just plugged into the freaking spin zone. And there's some of that on Fox too. They are blatantly conservative. But they also got it right in 2016, and they still seem to be getting it right. It might just be because, they're a conservative station trying to promote conservative values. So whatever, who cares? I don't go to Fox. I don't watch Fox News, so I don't know what they're saying all the time. I see Tucker Carlson videos on YouTube, and there's some other ones that I see occasionally. I don't watch any of the mainstream stuff anymore. It's just like when I do see it, it's embarrassing and grotesque, and it makes me want to vomit in my freaking whiskey. I mean, I read the news now. I read a lot of news, and you have to read a lot of freaking news all the time. You have to be obsessed with it. If you really want to know anything of what's going on and kind of see between the lines, like what I'm explaining here, like you just do not get that off of Facebook. You do not get that off of just reading over the Drudge Report. You don't get that off of listening to the 24-hour news cycle. You get nothing from that. You get things to have an opinion about without having any understanding whatsoever. And you just believe things that people Twitter, if most people share it and it's getting all the likes and agreeing with it gets you friends and followers and clicks, then that's what you go with. Then you're just an idiot. I'm sorry. But that is what you are being. That's how you're acting. Stupid is as stupid does. So if you're doing stupid shit, then I'm going to count you as stupid. And you're going to call me stupid and dumb because what I'm saying goes against everything you're reading on your freaking feed in your little echo chamber because you actually think that your tiny little segment of the world represents the majority. And you're so condescending and self-righteous and believe in yourself so much. And you're so uneducated and undereducated and maybe overeducated, which is another big problem if you will go to school. If you're school educated, I mean, that is hit or miss with that. People are educated idiots every single day. So that's enough of my rant. I think Trump is winning, man. If Biden isn't winning, then why doesn't it feel like Biden's winning? Why doesn't it feel like Trump's losing? How come the left is panicking as always and getting even more outraged? And how come the conservatives are essentially just sitting back and doing exactly what they did last time? Holding their rallies, waving their flags, and just waiting for vote day, where they will go out en masse. And those mail-in ballots? En masse. Trump voters going to vote in the mail. Those aren't going to all be Biden votes. That's the stupidest freaking thing that anybody could have ever said. And they're saying it all the time and repeating it. That, when all the ballots come in, it's all going to be for Biden. Yeah, well, there'll be a few thousand less Trump ones because the freaking leftists throw out the garbage. They throw out the mail on the side of the road so that they don't get counted. But it doesn't matter because Trump's going to have those votes. We'll see. That's my opinion. That's where I feel. That's where my money is. I'm betting big on Trump. You know, put $50 on Trump and make $100. Or lose $50. I don't know. I don't know. This is the Colonel with Hell Broke Loose.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama.
We will no longer surrender this country or its people to the false song of globalism.
You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now. This is our election now. This is us. This is our country.
I don't know.
What do you
but I have to stand up.
You? Like, I just can't think of waking up to a Trump presidency. It's just...
Okay, yeah, I don't see a fucking landslide here. I don't see it at all.
I'm sad, I'm scared, I'm angry, I'm numb. I don't even remember the last time waking up and immediately crying.
And you can't see it, and I can't change that. I wish you
That girl is hilarious.
Basically, sir, because you're gonna get
Someone is clearly...
That in her lifetime, she deserves to be the first female president. And that's what makes me so sad. Is that I just wish that she had that opportunity because she's fought for so long.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president. And Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps to listen for the inaugural address.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald.
With a gracious aid.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
We will face challenges.
There's so much potential
we will get the job done.
for beauty and for devastation. In this one moment, it's almost incomprehensible that they can exist right now. So.
And we are great.
Feels like the end of the world. It was a white lash against a black president in part. And that's the part where the pain comes.
Everybody is crying and so upset, and it is the end of their world.
This is painful, and it will be for a long time.
Oh, and to that idiot that asked about whether Tom Petty would appreciate me playing his song at the end of my videos.